If you start talking about this concept of food as medicine, there's a lot of people in like the mainstream medicine world, or even just in regular society, that like, oh, that's crazy, that's voodoo science, that's like witchcraft. And it's like, well, I mean, we evolved for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years eating these foods, and like that was the key to our health and wellness and longevity. Like all of the medicine we had for the longest period of time, even today, a lot of commercial medicines today all came from plants at one time or another. You know, whether it's like a lot of chemotherapies can be derived from nightshades. Aspirin comes from is it like willow bark tree, or it's one of the bark trees. Yeah. So it's like a lot of initially. And foods that we find in nature. So it's like, why would we think that there is this strong disconnect? Not only that, it's like that is literally the fuel that we have to run.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because pharmaceutical companies want to keep you in the dark.
So talk to us about what's the difference between like something grown like that in an organic home garden versus a like what the arugula we'd buy in a store, or even we'd get in like, because I've had salads at like high-end steak restaurants that were not remotely that
No,
good.
They don't taste like nothing.
Yeah. So what's some of the big differences going on there?
Well, I mean, when you grow your own, like you're getting it from your buddies, you had it fresh at peak ripeness. When you're getting it at the store, they're picking it way early, and you're getting it late. Now, every second, from the time you cut it, every single second, you're losing nutrients and flavor. And that's the big thing, flavor. You are growing in your house, your soil's nutrified, you're growing for flavor and nutrition. And of course you want big vegetables, big yields, but you also want the vitamins that come with it. Now, you're not getting that at any restaurant or grocery store. They're growing for as much as they can, as fast as they can, as big as they can get it, for shelf life, for storage life. This is what they want. They don't care about nutrition. They don't care about taste. Yeah. If it looks good but tastes like nothing, you're going to have to eat twice as much to get the nutrition out of what you grow at your house.
I see.
You know, we're amending our soil. We're putting, compost and fertilizers and nutrients back into our soil. And I grow all organic. And even your pesticides, you can get pesticides that are all organic that work great. Yeah. Since I switched to all organic, the difference has been night and day, honestly, for size, for yield, for taste, everything. So when you're getting this arugula and you can feel you bite into it and it's got that sharp snap and the peppery flavor, and I like old school arugula, rocket. That stuff is skinny, long, and it really has, like you just hit the pepper shaker, man. Yeah. That's what it tastes like. I love that stuff. It is so good. Oh. Your lettuces are the same way. You get a good romaine or a butter crunch or anything you get out of your garden, it's going to have a nice snap to it, and you're going to taste flavor in it. You get it at the restaurant, and you're not going to taste nothing except for whatever dressing you're putting on your salad. Yeah. It's a vast difference. The main reason I like growing a garden is for the flavors. I hadn't even thought about nutrition. The flavors... I'll take the Pepsi challenge with anything they're growing at the grocery store. Bring it to my house. You can pull whatever out of my garden, and it's going to be a night and day difference.
Well, that's what really blew me away, because we've obviously known, like, from the nutrition standpoint, from the health and wellness standpoint, as far as like getting the artificial pesticides and the fertilizers and that stuff out of it. We know there's a huge difference there, particularly us being cancer survivors. We're very focused on that longevity that we can still pull out of our bodies. So we knew that difference, but it was until this week when I had that taste difference that just absolutely blew me away. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like, I felt like any dressing I added to it would have ruined the salad because it would have just covered up that rich flavor. And the arugula was more flavorful than the beef,
right?
Which I'd never experienced before. Yeah. Like that was a wild thing to experience.
That was releasing endorphins into your brain.
Dude,
and making you happy while you're eating it.
I kept talking about it, and everyone was like, what are you talking about that so much? And I'm like, I could seriously just about cry right now.
Yeah,
like,
man. Yeah.
Now, granted, I was on I'm still cutting right now, and that was my last day before check-in, so I was like,
this is the best food ever.
I was primed and ready for it, but yeah, that was the first time I'd ever had this like really sharp contrast in the flavor profile specifically. And I think that that's something, I wonder, because you see it at restaurants. You go there to get a restaurant or a salad at a restaurant, which everybody thinks is going to be super healthy. In most cases, these salads have like 12 or 1,400 calories in them because they use these fatty soybean oil dressings to bring out any amount of flavor that just adds loads and loads of calories. You're going to have a salad that has more calories in it than a steak dinner does.
Isn't that crazy?
It's unbelievable. So it's like, well, if we just grew better stuff and didn't need maybe you could have a light dressing or something on it. But honestly, the salad I had did not need a dressing. So if we just grew better stuff, got rid of the dressings, then you're creating a much healthier dish with a much better taste profile as well.
And not just that, you're lacking anywhere from 7 to 85% of the vitamins and nutrients that used to be in those very vegetables.
Yeah.
And that's happened through time. It's like walking into a grocery store now. You can pick any manner of vegetable and fruit. Stuff that is not in season. It's winter time. They got strawberries out.
Yeah, we can get mangoes.
Lettuces.
Yeah, we get mangoes at Kroger.
Right. You're like, what is going? They don't grow for nutrition. They're growing. A lot of it is hydroponically grown. Even your organic is a very loose term. You got to be careful of where you're getting it. They've had problems with getting stuff from overseas labeled organic and find out this ain't organic.
Yeah.
Well, you don't really know if it's organic or not. They're supposed to be doing regular checks on all these organic companies.
Yeah.
Are they there all the time doing these checks? I mean, the only way you truly know if you're getting organic is if you grow it yourself, and that's it. And I don't have a problem with someone using whatever you want. You want to use chemical fertilizers and pesticides, go ahead. You're still going to have more vitamins and nutrients than anything they're growing out in any commercial field because they're not growing for that. They're growing for speed, size, and shelf life, and that's what they want. And they can get it just by spraying the crap out of all these vegetables and fruits so that they're pumped up and jacked up, and then poof, they pick them all and redo it all over again. So if you can get 6 yields in a year compared to 2 yields of organic, that's what they're going to do. And they're going to pick it way early. You're losing flavor. Yeah. It might have a 2-week ship time. Well, the biggest vitamin that's lost during this time is vitamin C.
Okay.
You can lose almost all of the vitamin C in any fruit or vegetable through ship time. That goes quick.
Yeah.
So if you're eating peppers at home, loaded with vitamin C. You're eating peppers at the grocery store, very little vitamin C. So it's like I said, you have to eat twice as much, 5 times as much out of the grocery store as you would have to eat out of your house to get the same nutrition.
Yeah.
That's an easy decision for me, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary to think about.
It is too. And there's a ton of cancer fighting properties there ain't any one specific, but when you combine all of them, especially all different colors, there's so many cancer fighting properties in these, it's not even funny. And if you have a healthy, well-rounded diet of all these fruits and vegetables, it's just like boosting your immune system, not just to fight cold and flu, but disease as well. And you're ready for combat. You're not just healthier and feeling better, which you will.
Yeah.
You're ready for combat, and it's important to longevity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, so many people out there today if you start talking about this concept of food as medicine, there's a lot of people in like the mainstream medicine world, or even just in regular society that are like, oh, that's crazy, that's voodoo science, that's like witchcraft. And it's like, well, I mean, we evolved for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years eating these foods, and like that was the key to our health and wellness and longevity. Like all of the medicine we had for the longest period of time, even today, a lot of commercial medicines today all came from plants at one time or another. Whether it's like a lot of chemotherapies can be derived from nightshades. Aspirin comes from is it like willow bark tree, or it's one of the bark trees. Yeah. So it's like a lot of initially. And foods that we find in nature. So it's like, why would we think that there is this strong disconnect? Not only that, it's like that is literally the fuel that we have to run on.
Do you know why?
Why's that?
Because pharmaceutical companies want to keep you in the dark. That's the truth.
Yeah, so there's
They can
just-
take all this stuff away, make you believe you're crazy for thinking that. Take this pill instead.
There's strong commercial drive, that's for sure.